Hello everyone and welcome to Making Metaphors. তো লাস্ট দিন আমরা যেটা আলোচনা করেছিলাম সেটা ছিল দ্য স্টোরি অফ প্রোজারপাইনের ইন্ট্রোডাক্টরি পার্ট। আর আজকে আমরা যেটা ডিসকাস করব সেটা হচ্ছে টেক্সটটা। Now it begins with a kind of a fairy tale touch or a fairy tale element. Long, long ago, in the beautiful island of Sicily, there lived a goddess called Ceres. She was the goddess of crops, plants, and trees. So on her depended the health and happiness of all the people of this wide world. তাহলে কোথায় থাকতেন সিরিস? না, on the beautiful island of Sicily. এবার সিসিলি আইল্যান্ডটা কোথায়? Sicily is an island located in the southern part of Italy. দেখো এই যে সিসিলি, this is Italy, আর ইটালির ঠিক দক্ষিণ দিকে সিসিলি এই আইল্যান্ডটি located. It's a very beautiful island. You can see an image is there just beside the map. This is the island of Sicily. এখানে থাকতেন কি? থাকতেন Ceres. Now who was Ceres? Ceres was the goddess of crops. অর্থাৎ তিনি কি ছিলেন? খাদ্যশস্যের দেবী ছিলেন। Goddess of crops who had the power to fertilize, multiply, and fructify plant seeds, and all her laws and rights protected the activities of the agricultural cycle. Now, the function of Ceres was not only to fructify plants and seeds, but also to protect the activities of the agricultural cycle. তো স্বাভাবিকভাবেই যেহেতু সিরিস শস্যের দেবী ছিলেন, তার উপরে নির্ভর করতো কি মানুষের সুখ, শান্তি, সমৃদ্ধি এবং তাদের স্বাস্থ্য। On her depended the health and happiness of the people. Alright, so this was the introduction of Ceres. Now Ceres had a fair daughter, Proserpine, whom she loved more than her life. সিরিসের কে ছিল? সিরিসের একটি কন্যা ছিল যার নাম ছিল প্রজাপাইন। Now who was Proserpine? Proserpine was the daughter of Ceres. She was the maiden of spring. She was as radiant as sunlight and as beautiful as cherry blossoms. You can see that this is Proserpine, but Proserpine এর সাথে দেখো পোমগ্রেনেটের একটা খুব deep relationship আছে, যেটা আমরা গল্পটা পড়তে গিয়ে আরো বুঝতে পারবো। So from here we can understand that Ceres was the goddess of crops and she had a daughter. Her daughter's name was Proserpine. Now সবকিছুই ঠিকঠাক চলছিল, সিরিসও নিজের কাজে ব্যস্ত ছিলেন, প্রজাপাইনও ঠিক ছিল। তারপর কি হলো? Now Proserpine was the brightest and loveliest of all girls. Proserpine কি? Proserpine ভীষণ উজ্জ্বল ছিল। She was the brightest, উজ্জ্বলতম, মানে সমস্ত মেয়েদের মধ্যে উজ্জ্বলতম ছিল Proserpine. Her cheeks were rosy and beautiful like the apple blossoms in spring. তাহলে আমরা ডেসক্রিপশনটাতেই দেখলাম যে তার গালগুলো কিরকম ছিল, একদম রোজি, রোজের মতন, একটা ক্রিমসন এফেক্ট ছিল, and beautiful like the apple blossoms in spring. এবার অ্যাপল ব্লুজমসটা কি? অ্যাপল ব্লুজমস হচ্ছে এক ধরনের ফুল। See, this is the picture of apple blossoms. You can see that it's a beautiful flower with a kind of fusion of white and pink. It's a beautiful shade. So Proserpine almost looked like apple blossoms. Her eyes were as blue as the sky in April. So how were her eyes? Her eyes were as blue as the sky. অর্থাৎ কি, যে আকাশের মতন নীল ছিল প্রজাপাইনের চোখ। She was very beautiful. From the description itself you can understand. Now her long curls were as bright as the sunlight in springtime. So she had long curls and her curls were very beautiful, very bright, simply as bright as the sunlight. Alright, now this was from this all these descriptions we can understand that Proserpine was extremely beautiful. She was the epitome of beauty. Hmm. Now all the radiant loveliness of springtime seemed to have taken the form of this fair maiden. তো বসন্তের যে সমস্ত যে উজ্জ্বল ঔজ্জ্বল্য সেই ঔজ্জ্বল্য as if যেন প্রজারপাইনের মধ্যে এসে তাকে সমৃদ্ধ করেছে. She was that beautiful. So we can understand that she was the epitome of brightness, radiance and springtime. Now radiant is also a synonym of bright অর্থাৎ উজ্জ্বল. Radiant মানে হচ্ছে উজ্জ্বল. Radiant loveliness of springtime. So from this picture itself we can understand, although this is just a pictorial representation of Proserpine, that she was very beautiful. She was very bright, she was radiant, her hairs were as beautiful as the sunlight, her eyes were as blue as the sky. So she was almost like a beautiful princess. Now everybody said that she is the spring. যে ওই যেন বসন্ত. She was spring herself. She was not only the goddess of spring, but she was spring herself. Now what was Proserpine doing at that time when her mother was busy in her fields? Proserpine helped her mother in the fields. মাকে ওই নানা রকমের যে এগ্রিকালচারাল অ্যাক্টিভিটিস সেগুলো করতে Proserpine সাহায্য করত. With her young companions, she danced and sang while gathering flowers. So what Proserpine did with her young companions? She danced and sang while gathering flowers. অর্থাৎ ফুল সংগ্রহ করত এবং নাচতো এবং গান করত. She was the epitome of joy, happiness, radiance and a jovial spirit. She was always full of joy. She was a very joyful young lady. So this was the characterial representation of Proserpine. Now everything was going well. সবকিছুই ঠিকঠাক চলছিল. But then something happened. Far down the earth there lived dark Pluto, king of the land of the dead. তো একদম পৃথিবীর শেষ প্রান্তে মানে একদম পৃথিবীর মানে ডিপেস্ট কর্নার্সে কে থাকতো? ডার্ক প্লুটো. কিসের রাজা ছিলেন? না মৃতদের তিনি রাজা ছিলেন. Alright, he was the king of the land of the dead. Now who was Pluto? You can see Pluto, he was also known as Hades, alright. So he was the king of the dead, but not death himself. He was the king of the dead, whom the Greeks called Thanatos and the Romans Orcus. তো আলাদা আলাদা কালচারে যেমন আমরা দেখেছিলাম that myths run parallel, তো আলাদা আলাদা কালচারে ওরকম আলাদা আলাদা নাম দেওয়া হতো. এক জায়গায় গ্রিক কালচারে বলা হতো থ্যানাটোস আর রোমান্সরা আবার বলতো অর্কাস. So he was the third brother among the Olympians who drew for his share the underworld. Alright, he was the third brother of the underworld. He was also called Pluto, the god of wealth. তো অনেক মানে লুকোনো অনেক অনেক প্রেশিয়াস অনেক ধাতু ছিল, অনেক মূল্যবান ধাতু ছিল ওখানে deep down the earth. So he was also called the god of wealth. So you can see that this was Pluto and he had a three-headed dog, almost like the three-headed dog in Harry Potter. So we can see that there are references in film culture from Greek literature. হ্যাঁ, অনেক এরকম Greek literature reference অনেক সিনেমাতে পাওয়া যায়. So this is just an example. This kind of three-headed dog was also seen in the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first movie of the Harry Potter series. Now we get to know about Pluto. So what was Pluto doing? He had often asked some goddess to come and live with him, but no goddess was willing to live among the dead. তো অনেক ক্ষেত্রেই ও অন্য দেবীদেরকে তার সাথে এসে মানে তার ডার্ক আন্ডারওয়ার্ল্ডে থাকতে বলতো, but nobody was interested to do it because who would like to live among the dead? So Pluto was very lonely. ভীষণ একা ছিল Pluto because no one was actually willing to live with him. কেউ রাজি হচ্ছিল না ওর সাথে এসে ওই ডার্ক যে আন্ডারওয়ার্ল্ড ওখানে থাকার জন্য কেউই সেরকমভাবে রাজি হচ্ছিল না।